Hi and welcome. I'm Matthew Widgett from Go Narrative. During the COVID-19 crisis, many of us have been cooking a lot more from home for obvious reasons. And that has resulted in a lot of experimentation with recipes, and in some cases, and particularly for us, we've tried to recreate some dishes from restaurants that we miss going to. My children love a chicken shawarma from a local restaurant, and we tried to recreate that at home. Well, the first attempt didn't go so well with the critics, but I made modifications to the recipe and my approach, and after a couple more times, I finally was met with approval from those very same critics. Why am I telling you about cooking chicken shawarma in a business storytelling video? Well, there's actually a lot more in common between cooking and storytelling than might first appear. Just like preparing a delicious meal, storytelling requires ingredients, the tools and utensils to make the food, and then a recipe to follow to do so. For the ingredients, you're going to need your value proposition, your company's history, the morals, essential emotions, and truths that make the most sense for your business right now. You'll need to know what your customer wants in the context of the now, and you'll also need to know any roadblocks or obstacles that are standing in their way, of which, of course, there are even more in the world now than there used to be. Okay, so that's the ingredients. What about the tools and utensils that you might need? First of all, your buyer persona decision-making journey. This is going to help you understand your customer. You might find that nowadays you need to do a refresh on any existing journey work that you've done. Then you're going to need the storytelling frameworks, such as our 3D framework. Desire, what does your customer want? Difficulty, what's standing in the way? And the denouement, or the untangling of the knot, which of course also includes you, your company, and your products or services. You're going to need your narrative, so go ahead and pull that out. Or if you haven't created one yet, this is the perfect time to do so. And then your content architecture model. That's going to help you decide what content to create across that journey that we just talked about. So those are your tools. We've got your ingredients, you've got your tools. What about the steps, the recipe to bring it all to life? Step 1, acknowledge the crisis. This might seem obvious, but it does bear repeating. This is the absolute minimum that any company should be doing right now. Hot on the heels of step 1, provide some relevant resources and connect them to your existing value proposition. Many companies have mobilized their marketing teams to do this, and unfortunately, a lot of those same companies have stopped at that step. Step 3, create net new meat content for your customers' experience when they interact with you. And I don't say meat, M-E-A-T. I know we're talking about cooking. Meat, M-E-E-T. Morals, essential emotions, and truths. And make sure that you're thinking about how your message and your value prop can specifically help during this crisis. And step number 4, often overlooked and incredibly important step, help your customers understand and navigate through the crisis. Create content that helps with that process. It's not just about now, it's also about the future. Help your customers understand and navigate these challenging times and also into a brighter future. Now, we've been doing this for clients a lot recently, and what we do is the following. First of all, pick one moral, essential emotion, or truth to focus on for the time being. Make sure you pick one that works well with your value proposition. Then, take one of the difficulties your clients or customers have right now in the zeitgeist and map it to that moral, essential, emotional truth, just like we talked about in steps 1 and 2. And then from that, you can then figure out what the untangling of the knot, the denouement, actually looks like, and what it actually looks like with your help. And then you can craft a story to articulate that whole picture. You know, stories inspire actions, dreams, and achievement. And if you follow these steps, you're going to help your customers have a vision for how you can help, and also recognize that you're a partner worth keeping around as they move from the difficult times of now to a more prosperous future. So have fun cooking up some stories. Go ahead and get started, and then why not book a complimentary consultation with Go Narrative, where we can listen to what you've come up with, provide you with some feedback, and identify some ways that you could potentially improve it moving forward. Thank you so much for stopping by. Do take care, stay safe, and we'll see you again soon.